everyone, my name is Nujum. Today we are going to be doing a Let's Play. Remember these? I used to do them a lot. I've been seeing Andy Jackal do a lot of these and he's been having a lot of fun. So I figured, why not? I'll do one of a game that I recently completed. This is sort of my main account-ish. Wow, I'm still 10 notes off from okay. Well, I was planning to 100% this game eventually, but until then, I figured let's go ahead. Oh, I have played that already. As you can see, I have very clever naming conventions. A and A. This is the DLC, the Plague Knight. I don't think we'll be doing that. We'll just play through the entirety of the main campaign. Really quick note. Wait, does this show up? No, it doesn't. I was gonna pull up my Steam and show like some of the achievements that I don't have. I was thinking maybe we could try and get the achievement for completing the game without any deaths. Now that's kinda hard. This is a pretty tough game, and I am by no means an expert, so if you're expecting super good play, then, don't, lower your expectations is all I'm saying here. Do we want a fancy name? Yeah, why not? It's fun. Wait, what? Is there not a space, or? Okay, well, this'll do, I guess. Hello? YouTube. No! I can't spell hello YouTube. Oh, I got this. I gotta skip this. Bam! I went all the way around for that. Hello YouTube! Alright, let's fucking go. So originally this is gonna be a bunch of story stuff. If you don't know the story of Shovel Knight, it's, yo, this is Shovel Knight. He's got his bro, Shield Knight. He's not a bro, it's a girl, but girls can be bros too, I guess. They were like legendary adventurers, and they were like rich and shit. But then, shit happened, and now Shield Knight's disappeared. We don't actually really know what happened to her. But our main goal is to reach this Tower of Fate. Well, that's the overall story. So a few notes about me. Is that in terms of Let's Players, I'm probably not going to be the most entertaining, and I don't try to be the most entertaining. I try to bring my own brand of sort of nerdiness. So, if you're not into that, I mean, stick around. Maybe you will like it. Maybe you'll be pleasantly surprised. But I tend to talk a lot about game design and like nerdy type shit. And yeah, it's cool. By the way, I love this like sort of preview of all of the enemies you're going to be really like facing. Except these aren't the in-game sprites. These are sort of like nicer sprites. This is all very good pixel art as well. I quite like it. So yeah, if you have never experienced one of my Let's Plays, I'm going to do a lot of standing still and talking about stuff, and then I'm going to do a lot of dying because I'm not very good at this game. So hopefully you find it appealing. Da-da-da-da. I love the little sound effects that come with Shovel Knight. So this is Shovel Knight. You have a very basic moveset. You have move left, move right, you have your jump, you have a down attack, which is very useful for killing enemies. You can collect gold, to buy upgrades and such. Something you'll notice about Shovel Knight is that he has a little bit of acceleration, so like he doesn't instantly, he does like a little pivot animation whenever he turns, which is interesting. He doesn't have any up air or down, like he doesn't have any diagonal attacks, which, if you're interested in like a lot of brawlers, you get kind of used to that. Certainly in Chimera, I get really used to the dash attacks, so playing this game was a little bit awkward at first when I had to get used to the fact that I didn't have any sort of like attack upwards like Chimera's anchor, or I guess Chelsea's anchor. You can see at the top, you can see my life, my magic, my gold. Boss health is there for some reason. That's what you call pandering to the NES nostalgia. I should also bring up, because this is sort of important to whether or not you like the game, this game is famous for being one of those successful Kickstarter campaigns. Trying to bank on the NES nostalgia. By the way, this is fucking great. I love this bubble here. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to teach you, hey, you can use your shovel to bounce off of stuff. And, like, if you jump into it, you take damage. The only way to really interact with it is to hit it, right? And you hit it like this is sort of the expectation. But because of the angle they bring up the bubble and the way you're approaching the bubble with this platform here being just slightly higher, it encourages you to sort of try this sort of jump attack. So even if you haven't figured out this attack yet, you're sort of incentivized to figure it out, but just by how natural the movement is, right? And if you've played any video games recently, you've probably experienced some form of down attack. So yeah, just like a really smart room there, design-wise. By the way, I'm going to be doing this all day, so if you're not into me stopping to talk about stuff, then, you know. Also, we're taking a lot of damage, which if I want to get this deathless run going, you know. Oh, fucker. Alright. So yeah, that's a little bit of a preview of what I'm going to be doing a lot of. I'm going to try not to do it too much because I do want to kind of finish this game at a reasonable pace. But, you know, sometimes you gotta talk, man. Sometimes you want to talk. We are making decent headway through this level. I'm not doing the best job at actually not taking the damages here against these enemies. The brawler bits can certainly feel a little imprecise, and I think that adds a little bit to the nostalgia of this game, which I don't think I actually finished talking about, did I? This is a game that's hardcore catering to the NES nostalgia crowd, right? It wants to be Mega Man, but melee. And it does a few really cool things to, like, exemplify that, but what I feel like in trying to cater to the nostalgia crowd, people like me sort of suffer a little bit. Not too much, honestly. Like, what am I trying to say? I don't have a lot of nostalgia for the NES because I didn't play the NES. I was a GameCube and a Game Boy kid growing up. So I don't have nostalgia for those types of games. Like the original Mario 64 I've played a little bit of just because that's sort of a big thing in gaming history. But ultimately, these sort of games appeal to me because they're fun, not because, oh man, I remember playing this sort of style of game as a kid. By the way, cool secret areas. I think the secret areas in this game have like so much effort in them. It's really nicely done. The reappearing bubbles is kind of nice, just because I really like this like bounce mechanic. It's probably like the most interesting movement tech you have in this game available to you at this point, and so they try to make use of that. In the later stages, they know you'll have access to better equipment, so they change up the puzzles to. Oh, hello! I forgot you were here. Oh yeah, and there's like a secret up here that's really cool. Oh, I won't reveal it. Okay. So, you notice that we just broke this thing, right? This is a really cool design thing. So, now you're sort of in the mindset looking for shit to break, right? Now, it doesn't look like you can break this. But then you go up here and you notice, off to the right there's a chest and a ladder. But wait a minute, how do I reach that chest and ladder? Sorry, I'm like adjusting technically my mic, my phone's my mic right now. And so the only way you can reach that chest is if you hit this, and it's just like, it's this really cool moment in the game where you feel really smart, you feel like you figured out a puzzle. Because, like, and that wasn't like a very hard thing to do, but what they've done is that they've taught you something invaluable. This didn't look like a secret area, but it was, and in doing that, the devs sort of teach you, and you'll see this throughout the game hopefully, that there's going to be a lot of secret areas that don't fucking look like it, and it feels kind of bullshit, but because of the way they taught you it at the beginning, like when you think about it, it's kind of bullshit, because there's no way to predict, is this wall a secret area? I don't fucking know, right? And it feels bullshit in that sense, but the way they've taught it to you, I'm not doing a good job dealing with these dragons, I'm just sort of trying to skip over the enemies, because I'm not really worried about gold, there's not a lot of items I want to buy. There's like maybe 2 items I'm really interested in, and that's it, you know? Just really smart approach to that sort of first, the first like inconceivable secret, right? To teach you that, yeah, there's going to be secrets that you would never guess were there unless you understood this game had a design philosophy that involves secrets that have no visual like recognition to them. And it makes it feel less random. It makes it feel like, hey, I figured out that there were secrets here, right? Also, noteworthy is that there are secrets literally everywhere in this fucking game. Like, literally everywhere. Mostly they give gold, which is a little disappointing, but sometimes they give music sheets, and those are like the real rewards. The gold, take it or leave it, you know, gold in any game I feel like is kind of an underwhelming reward to give, and unfortunately Shovel Knight relies quite a lot on giving gold as a reward. Ooh, this is nice. This little hill, by the way, I really like it. It's hard to explain why, but it's sort of like, it gives a prelude of like, okay, get ready, there's something important coming up. Because there is. Black Knight's like, yo, I knew you were coming here. Shovel Knight's like, yo, stand aside, I need to get to that tower. Black Knight's like, no, no one will ever approach the tower. And you're like, okay, bring it, bro. And apparently these two are like friends or something. Oh, by the way, this is my most effective way I found to fight the bosses. Rather than try to like read their patterns or do anything smart, I find just like pogoing off of them a lot of times can be like way too effective. Yeah, I like that. You can get a lot of chain hits. Like what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to, if you're interested in boss design, this game has some pretty unique bosses. It's actually really cool. So let's like not kill him for a sec. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to predict where he pogo jumps and hit him like that. You can also knock back his magic and he takes damage from that. And like, it's actually a really colorful fight for like your very first encounter. It's really nice. Yeah. I'm gonna nerd out about this game the entire time, by the way, because I do think this is a really well put together game. I don't think it's one of my favorite games of all time. I think if I were to like compile a list of like top 100, maybe it would make it in there. But not like top 10, you know? It's a pretty strong game. And I think there's a few things that hurt it, but like super solid. If you're interested, by the way, feel free to pick this up. I will link the Steam download page in the description, as I've been doing with like a lot of games on my channel, like even League of Legends. If you're ever interested in like my League of Legends stuff, these are sort of the dream sequences, by the way, showing like, hey, this is the person that Shovel Knight really cares about. You know, it's not some fucking princess. It's like, no, this is like Shield Knight's partner. That's really interesting. I'll talk probably a lot more about Shield Knight when we approach her, because I think the way they've done Shield Knight is really interesting. But until then, I think I'll actually end off the episode here. It's actually not been that long. You know what? We'll go on. I want to try and get these episodes to be like 15 minutes long, right? So this is really cool. This is your first encounter with the world map, and I love that little cloud animation they've started you off with. Firstly, it sets a precedent for... Oh, I can't move back the village. Okay. Firstly, it sets a precedent, right? Of like, okay, this is what's going to be happening throughout the game. You're going to be unlocking more areas, and to unlock more areas that you can't see via cloud, right? Although you can see a little bit to the right. I love the reveal because it gives you that sense of like, holy shit, there's an entire world to be explored. Holy shit, can I go all of these places? Wait, what's over there? What's over there, you know? I love that sense of, here's the world you're going to be exploring. You can take a look at it and you're like, holy shit, that's a big ass world, you know? So we'll go ahead and we'll visit the village. Halt! No weapons here! No worries, bro, I got a shovel. This isn't a weapon. Or is it? Ah! Haha, you can't actually kill any of the villagers. There's not too much to talk about the village, except that it is a village, and that's kind of important. You really just have to move past the village. I suppose what is important, this girl upgrades your magic, this guy upgrades your health. We haven't used any actual magic yet. Down here there's some mini games and there's the shop, which actually I will go ahead and pay a visit to because it is important that I grab one of these for side quests. This is the Trouble Alkyl... what am I saying? Trouble? Wait, how do you pronounce that? I have no idea. Anyways, you can buy these things from him, and when you go to praise the Trouble King maybe? I'm gonna Google how to pronounce that later. When you praise his king, you get cool stuff. We're not gonna spend any gold, because I want to do all the sort of buying and importance and that sort of stuff off camera. But I figured I'd do that one because I'm thinking I'll get to the Trouble King at the end of this episode. By the way, here's a fun little thing. This girl's carrying water. And she's gonna help us get to the top here to get this chest and this music note. This chest, unfortunately, just contains gold. Again, a mediocre reward, but the music note's really interesting because it gives us a little bit of flavor to the world. Actually, you know what? We'll do the Trouble King next episode. I do want to show off the thing you can do with the music notes. You see this person with the guitar. This is the bard. Guitar, holy shit, I'm awful. Hail, traveler, I'm but a simple bard. So this person has lost the music sheets, and you're like, yo, dog, can you grab me a music sheet? We're like, yo, we got you, bro. And he's like, I suppose it pays the bills, so he's gonna pay us 500 gold every time we get music sheets, right? Oh, did we already give... Okay, well, whatever. And then we can ask him to play the music sheets. Woo! So currently we have 7 out of the 46. Here's 6 of them, and then here's the rival, the one I believe this is the one I think we just got from the jumping on the woman's thing. By the way, feel free to talk to all these NPCs if you do play it yourself. I'm not going to because I feel like it's kind of slow and I want to get this Let's Play to like go by at a decent pace. But all of these dialogues are actually super interesting and well done, and so, you know, applaud to Yacht Games for that. You know, I think that's where we'll stop it. Next episode, we will likely move on to one of the levels of the Knights of the Order, or whatever the heck. By the way, interesting note, that movement is BS. It feels awkward, and I wonder if that was coded to, like... I don't know how that was coded, is basically what I'm saying. Anyways, thank you all for watching. If you have any sort of feedback for me, feel free to leave it below. You know, I'm not Northern Lion, I'm not Day9, I'm not Captain Sparkles. Is Captain Sparkles still relevant? I've not actually watched his channel anymore. The point is, I'm not like a professional, and so people like me are always looking to improve, so feel free to leave any sort of feedback down below. If you want me to spend more time on the game design stuff, if you want me to spend less time, if you want me to talk to all the NPCs, let me know, and I will take that feedback into account. Until then, thank you all for watching. My name is Nujum. I'll see you guys hopefully in my next video. Goodbye.